Guys, check out the rocket you're going to create today. You're going to use a whole bunch of different paper, different shapes, geometric shapes, and just have fun. The first step to designing your paper collage rocket is just to cut it out. Cut on the black line, make sure you're not cutting all the way out here, and you'll be good. So let's go ahead and fast forward it. And just now your next step is to really think about how you're going to make this rocket stand out by designing its windows. I mean, give it some different lines, buttons, maybe change up the wings. I'll show you how to change up sizing of the wings. All you do is you kind of see how wide you want your wing to be, and I want to use black for my wing. So as you can see, I'm lining up my black piece of paper to the top of my wing all the way to the bottom. And what I do is I mark it with a pencil or a pen, whatever you have, so you know where to stop. All right, I'll do it with a white so you can see a little bit better. All right, and then that's how tall my wing's gonna be. What I'm gonna do is pretty much, I don't know, I think I like to be kind of like more outward. So maybe if it's out, it maybe comes out more like this. So maybe I want my wing to be a little bit bigger. You see how I connected that white dot? And now I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out. Boom. So what I am doing is trying to cut off that white line because you don't want to see the white. But next phase is just glue it on. It should match perfectly. And you know what I can even do is cut this piece off. I don't like it. This is my creation. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this guy off. I don't want him here anymore. I'm going to make my own wing. And so what I do is, boom, glue this on. And then come up with another way to make a wing. Actually, I'll just make another wing like that. Trace it and then cut that out so I have two different wings. All right, so go ahead and fast forward and you guys can watch me do this in 2 seconds. Guys, I got my new wings glued on, nice and secure. Didn't put too much glue. Next step is just kind of come up with some designs. Get some windows on there, get some lines and shapes. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out a nice straight vertical line, very skinny, and just cut it out. It looks like a long skinny rectangle. Thought it'd be cool if I just kind of put a line down the center of my rocket, getting some glue, and of course you just put a little bit of glue on the paper, not on your rocket, but on the actual paper that you're getting, and you just kind of glue it on. All right, then I'm like, maybe I got some windows. I'll go ahead, I got some silver paper here. What I do is I line up the width of my rocket, and then what I do is, like I did with my wing, I mark it where it's the end of it. And then that's where I get the option to just create however wide I want it to be. I think that's how wide I want it to be. So go ahead, make my shape. I have the exact width of my rocket and I was able to go ahead and make the shape of it. Next thing you do is, like I said before, you cut it out and glue it on. Boom, cutting it out, getting it ready to get glued on, getting some shapes ready to be put on my rocket here. All right, looks like I got a nice interesting silver piece on my rocket, and I'm gonna add some windows, maybe some yellow things. I don't know, I'm just gonna go crazy with this project, so just watch me when I go ahead to do that. The next thing we're gonna do, guys, is we're going to add some tissue paper using the warm colors to represent the fire coming from our rocket ship. So all you do is you get your strips, you turn your rocket on the back, and you just kind of glue just the top of your tissue paper onto the bottom of the rocket, just like that. And then you can layer it, but do kind of alter the color. Don't just put a whole bunch of yellow, because fire has a mixture of yellow, orange, and red, but just go ahead and put a whole bunch. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and speed up. You guys can watch me glue the back of it. We're all finished here. Notice there's no gaps in between my little tissue paper, and I did overlap them putting on top. Turn your rocket over, and it has this awesome little fire coming from it. You could just kind of make it go around and around, but this is your finished product for today, so have fun.